Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Captain Cyber from Captain Cyber Tech, and today I'm going to be talking about console.log. Console.log is your friend when debugging JavaScript. So first off, I have this page right here. It's empty and I cannot tell why. So just first we're going to go over our HTML markup. This is basic HTML5. We're giving our doc type. We're setting our character set to UTF-8. We're setting our title to console.log, so console.log, because that's what our example is about. And then we're linking our JavaScript file. So this JavaScript file is right here. So right here we have document.write and hello. And this is inside this if statement. Now, obviously this if statement will never execute because it's checking if a number is equal to another number, and a number is 5, and another number is 67. So obviously this will never be true, but that's besides the point. This is as if you had some if statement somewhere in your code, and you are not able to figure out why it's not running correctly. Because I mean, it happens. You're working with complex data structures, and stuff like this can happen. So first thing you do is you go into inspect, you go into your console, and you refresh, and you're like, well, there's no error message. Why isn't it working? Why isn't it outputting document.write hello? Right? So inside this code you can just go, oh, they're not the same, but inside complex code you can't do that. So what we can do here is we can go in, and first we need to find out if the problem is with this line of code and this line of code just isn't executing right, or is it that we're never going into this if statement. So to do that we can use console.log. So what console.log is because console.log is such a simple statement, we can use it without worrying about whether or not it will execute correctly or not, because of how simple of a statement it is. Usually code inside of an if statement would be very complex and it has many failure points. So first you would want to test whether or not you're even getting into the if statement. So first we can go like console.log in if, right? So we're in the if statement, and then we refresh. So once we refresh here, we don't get that in our console. And what console.log does is it outputs it here in our console. So that doesn't come in. So we know that we aren't even getting into here, right? So what we can do is we will count this out, which in Atom, our favorite text editor, which I covered how to install in my other series, the coding of the interwebs. So I can hit Control/ to comment it out, so this line of code will not run. So what we can do here is now we can go console.log, and we can say, that is another feature of Atom that if you do not anticipate can result in something like that. You only need to type in log and enter. So here we can say, what we can do is obviously we're not going into the if statement, so that's our issue. So now we can figure out why not. We can ask it console.log out a number, and then we can also console.log log out another number. And so once we do this, which semicolons are not necessary in JavaScript, but I like semicolons, and then we refresh, here we will get a number and another number, and you'd be like, oh, okay, now we know why we're not getting into there. So if we change this to like 5, so we make both of them the same, we can easily fix up our code. So this is, and as you can see, hello is output of the screen. So using using console.log is an easy way of debugging. Before I learned about console.log, I used to use I used to alert things out, because document.write completely replaces the HTML DOM. So I used to use just outputting through an alert. I just alert out using the alert function. That is not good, because if you have many if you have many things that you're console.logging out, like if you're logging things out in a loop because you have to check multiple times for something, then that can become frustrating. Like just earlier today, I was working on a website and I had to console.log out things to troubleshoot stuff. If I used alerts there, I'd just be continuously getting alerts, and I have to click close to get the next one to come up, and I can't look at all of them all in one place. With console.log, all of them will just be in a nice scrollable list I can go through, and I can scroll through right here. Another thing that you can do is you can console.log out well, in fact, I can even append just onto this one. I can append a \n. What this means is it'll do a new line. So, well, if I do console.log \n, and then I can do plus another number, all inside of one console.log statement, which, if you can see right here, you see we can get both of them out inside of just this one log statement, just through this one console.log statement. So that's just another pointer. So you can do that, and if you want to have multiple lines in between something, you can do \n. So like now we'll have a separate like blank line in between the two, just to differentiate in between them more. So this is good if you're outputting many things together and you want to show like a breakpoint in which you're like, okay, a new group of information is starting or something like that. So that is all that's it for today, and until next time, I'll catch you on my website, CaptainCyberTech.com.